Alrighty, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Michigan International Raceway, or Michigan International Speedway, as I should say. Been here a time or two in my life, but tonight we're on iRacing with the Racers Elite Network Xfinity Series, and alongside Mike Taylor and cameras tonight provided by Whiplash Cameras. So this is a new venture for me, and I'm seeing some great action here through the cameras as practice was going through. And I want to thank Andrew Teft and as well as Mike Taylor for having me alongside tonight as well. Mike, we're going to talk about weather and maybe a little bit of points coming into tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Let's go ahead and take a quick look here at our weather for the day. Uh, so it looks like we got a high of right about 67 degrees. There is no cloud coverage, so it's going to be a little bit on the uh, warm side for the track. So there will be a little bit of slip and sliding, and humidity is sitting at just about 35%. So it's not terrible out there, but these cars will have a little bit of grip than what we normally would see with these cool temperatures. And as far as our point standings go, well, Stephen Luttrell, he is on top with 164 points, and right behind him, only 3 points back, is going to be Sean Dunaway, and who does have 2 wins on the season, and then coming third right now is going to be Cliff Adams with 158 points, and who also has 1 win. So the guy at the top, he doesn't have a win yet this season. However, he's up there because he has 4 top 10s and 4 starts. So he's definitely our very consistent guy right now. But all that could change here at Michigan as we head into round number 5.
We're on number five. A lot of great talent in the point standings there for the championship. And tell you what, we got 23 drivers last time I checked, locked in to put some qualifying times down here tonight. And we look forward to seeing who's going to come out on top here as qualifying beginning here at the Michigan National Speedway. Drivers getting out there right now. Brendan Wilcox in the 26 is one of them. Kirby Wainscott in the 10 is another. And the Races Elite sponsored Toyota as he works his way around the speedway. So warm up lap, 2 time laps. It'll be interesting to see who comes out on top of the board here in the qualifying session to start on the pole of today's race.
Yeah, I'm definitely keeping my eye on that man in the number 98 machine of Andrew Teff. Every single day he comes out, no matter where we at, no matter what car, he is always a force to be reckoned with, as he did lead us in practice with the fastest lap. So we'll have to see if that transfers over here into qualifying or not.
Yeah, that's one thing Andrew's really good at. He's usually out there putting the fastest laps down in final practice, and maybe he's showing a little bit too early what he's capable of on these racetracks, but he's making the most of his practice efforts, and he will always try to be on top of the charts and make a great showing for him as Brendan Wilcox goes to the top of the leaderboard with a 38.72-second lap time. And coming second quick right now is the Ford Dennis Kane with a 38.719. Brandon Biddy, new personal best from 39.471. That will put him third quick on the qualifying chart right now.
Yeah, taking a look here, Kirby Wainscott with a 39.21. Up in that third spot, he had a pretty decent time there, so don't blink just yet, because I think he might have something to say here in the Xfinity cars.
We have Brendan Wilcox, quick time there again, 38.700, 38.7 flat, as he's going to get bested out now by Brandon Massey in the number 9. Brandon Massey, a great lap time there, 38.668, quick time so far.
Yeah, that's absolutely just crazy to see what kind of lap times these guys are running so far. As Cody Benelli, he will throw it on top of the charts with a 38.502. So it seems like as these laps go on, these lap times get faster and faster. So, I mean, we saw Wayne Scott up at the top just a few moments ago, but now he's all the way back in 8th at the moment. So that's going to be very interesting to see what he can do.
You know, all these drivers putting lap times down. Cody Benelli, like I said, quick time 30.502 is the time to beat right now as he comes back around. Can he make it any faster on this speedway as he crosses the stripe this time by? Does not look to be any better for that driver. As a 38.514 his last time by, so no quicker for him. He'll settle for that 38.502 is the fastest time on the racetrack in qualifying right now.
And one of the guys now putting down his first lap is going to be Andrew Sefton, that number 98. Uh, that Ford Mustang is always fast, like I said, so he's exiting turn number 4 now, so we're going to see what he can do. See if he can throw his name up on top of the chart.
Second quick.
Not a bad lap time there for Andrew Teft for his first run. And usually, what I've noticed with these tires here at Michigan, the first 2 laps are probably going to be your quickest, and everything dies out after. So, depending on how well they took out, their out lap, how they took it in 3 and 4, that'll determine on what kind of lap time he will get. As he did get loose there on the exit of, or on the entry of turn 3, so Andrew Seft will go ahead and pull it down without getting another lap in.
Yeah, he took the furrow black flag there. Maybe a quick pit entry or unsafe pit entry at that point as the 42 car gets loose. Jonathan Steadham gets loose coming off of turn number 2, and he'll pull that Vizio sponsored ride to the apron, and he will take his car back pit side, as I believe he put a lap time down. Let's see, the 42 he did it as a 39.062, his 11th quick for the 42 machine.
Yeah, Barry Nelson in that 28 Haviland Texaco Chevrolet, he's brought his machine out here on track, and he decided to change up his number and new sponsor and everything for this season to see if that will help with his his luck that he's been running. And for the first few races throughout all 3 or all 4, I should say, series that Racers Elite does run, he was performing pretty well, but unfortunately the past few couple weeks now just haven't been going his way.
Yeah, there's a few drivers that have been having those issues here, and it's just one of those things we work through is in the iRacing simulator and through different series and leagues. It takes a little bit to kind of get in a rhythm, and if you get out of your rhythm, it takes a toll on you throughout the season as well.
Oh, definitely. And just trying to get yourself into some sort of rhythm is what really matters with these league races. But unfortunately, sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. And right now, one of the guys that's just having a really rough time at the moment is Barry Nelson, as he will qualify last for the moment in the 18th spot with the 39.589. And very unfortunate there for him, as he did get loose in 1 and 2.
I was trying to do something in the background to see if something would work the way that I thought it would, and unfortunately, I don't believe that it does. I was trying to get. I wish that like SDK's like driver information, like you update your driver info with the SDK driver app.
Yeah.
I wish that if you were looking at somebody on here, that it would pull that information, like it would pull their car number and populate that data on that app, like on the desktop. It doesn't.
Would be cool.
It doesn't do it. But then they can pull sponsor info and everything like that. That way, if you had like a distant cam or something, that it would show that. But Cody Benelli looking to hold strong with that pole position with the 38.502. Still the time to beat. A couple of drivers still out here putting lap times down. The 41 of Aaron Marquis is out there. He's put 38.839 his first lap. So we'll see if his second lap's any better. Right now, he's sitting in that 12th position. As he crosses the stripe this time by 38.523. He will bump Andrew Tuff back to the 3rd spot. Aaron Marquis goes second quick in qualifying. What an effort there. As the number 60 working turn number 4. He's going to get loose. And that lap will not count for the 60 car. So Man, what a run for Aaron Marquis in the 41 to go second quick in qualifying here thus far.
Oh, absolutely. He's not a phenomenal qualifier like I am. You know, I suck at qualifying, but let me tell you what, the moment that green flag drops, it's like a total switch happens and I am fast. So seeing Aaron Marquis get that second spot up there is absolutely phenomenal for that driver.
Yeah, it's 23 cars total, and what an effort in qualifying here for these guys. The qualifying here can come to a close very shortly. So this is gonna be interesting here. Fuel mileage, and let's see some notes on that, but I'll leave that. I'm covering up my Discord window, so I'll leave those notes for you. I can move things and see them, but Andrew posted down there what his fuel mileage 25 laps or so. So we'll see how. He said he knows what he needs, but it's gonna get interesting. We'll see what cautions play, and not that we have those at Racers Elite by any means, but it looks like tire wear and a little bit of turn two may plague some individuals tonight as we get ready to go through our starting lineup for tonight's race here, which appears to be 80 laps. So, excuse me. That's what I mean, better, but not all the way there. So, Cody Benelli on the inside of the front row in the 19 will start on the pole as your fastest qualifier with a 38.502 second lap time. It is outside with the 41 of Aaron Marquis. Starting inside of number 2, Chicken Coop Racing's 98. The man, the admin, the guy that puts it all together here, Andrew Teft in the 98 will start third. Starting to his outside in the fourth position, the heavily medicated Racing's 36 is Stephen Luttrell. Starting inside of number 3 in the 01 is Sean Dunaway in the Hello Kitty ride. Starting outside in position number 6 for Bohemian Esports is the 9 of Brandon Massey. Starting inside of number 4, the 26 of Brendan Wilcox will start 7th. The Misfits 69 of Jesse Fox will start outside in position number 8. Inside number 5, High White and Handsome's 86 is Kyle Hess to his outside. Full Send Esports number 60 is Lee Campbell. Inside of row number 6 now is Night Out CCR BHTL. I'm not sure we're going to try. I'm not going to butcher it. Starting in the number 4 is Dennis Kane is 11th. Starting in the 12th position is the 18 of Patrick Millette. Rolling back now to position number 13. Inside of number 7, Driving Stream Inc.'s 13 is Brandon Honeycutt. And his outside, Midwest Motorsports 82 and Joshua Neal will start 14th. Inside of number 8, Chicken Coop Racing's number 8 is Curtis Ecker. Outside of row number 8, Vortex Motorsports number 80 is Cliff Adams will start 16th. Inside of row number 9, Misfit Racing's 55, the double nickel, it's Truth Hoke, will start 17th. Starting 18th is the 42 of Jonathan Stidham. Inside of row number 10, Biddy Family Racing's number 30 is Brandon Biddy. To his outside, Chicken Coop Racing's number 10 is Kirby Wainscott. Starting inside of number 11 now is Misfits Racing's number 88, Troy Thomas. To his outside, 28 of Barry Nelson will start 22nd. And rounding out your field is the 92 of Timothy Weisbrand. What a field we have here, Mike, is as always. And it is going to be a fantastic race. 80 laps coming up as the driver's going to get ready here to go green flag racing as the iRacing.com space truck rolls us down the back straightaway.
Oh, absolutely. We are getting ready to go green, and unfortunately, Lee Campbell in that number 60 Goodyear machine had an issue, and he had to tow it back to the pits. Assuming something happened with his wheel, because he was coming down pit road and the thing just wouldn't turn onto the track, so he had to bring it to a stop and tow. So hopefully he'll get that fixed, as we are going to get ready to go green flag here in just a moment. But this is definitely a good packed field here for Racers Elite, so I'm excited to get this thing underway.
Yeah, we're pretty excited to get this thing underway too. It's going to be a fun ride here all the way to the end. All 80 laps. So it's going to be on the edge of your seat. They'll sell you the full thing, but you only need the edge. At Michigan, I've been there. I've lived it. I know what we're talking about. And the Racers Elite Network is going to ensue and make sure that is the truth. As the green flag is out, here we go. And it looks like we're going to have Cody Benelli taking to the green flag. Going to take the lead as the 41 of Marquis is going to have to battle with Andrew Tuft. Here's Tuft. It looks like he's going to try to take to the inside in that Ford Mustang.
Yeah, Andrew Tuft, he's usually pretty strong on the inside here at this track as he exits turn number 2, as he is looking to be side by side there with Marquis, but not able to make it happen as they come down the back straightaway. But here comes Stephen Luttrell fighting back in that number 36 to his outside as he's looking to possibly make it 3 wide for that second spot on Tuft and Marquis.
Yeah, great battle here. Marquis Tuft on the inside. Here comes Luttrell on the outside now, trying to battle back for that position. Not going to give it up easy here as they roll down the front straightaway. One lap already complete, working lap 2, and looked like Marquis was going to try to make a move for the lead, but Benelli took that late entry, drove it down the racetrack, and pulled a gap there just a little bit there. There's like a 0.2 of a second gap. Here comes Marquis to the outside. I thought he was going to make a run. He will as they try to charge into turn number 3.
Look at that draft to work on that outside lane with Luttrell right behind Marquis. He's able to use that draft a little bit to help Marquis get onto the outside there of Bonelli, but he's not able to do much with it as they come out of turn number 4. He's looking to possibly try to get around both of these drivers for that top spot. As you see, Marquis, he got one heck of a run out of turn 4, and he'll take the lead heading into turn 1.
A great battle for the race lead, but tell you what, since the drop of the green flag, it's been side by side. Marquis is going to take over the race lead. Benelli hangs on to the second spot right now. Maybe a little bit of strategy or saving some tires. You save a little bit of that rubber. Try not to run near as hard as everybody around us. Brandon Massey's hanging on to the third spot as Luttrell drives deep into the bottom of turns 3 and 4. Brandon Massey's going to have his hands full.
Yeah, these drivers come out of turn number 4 here once again. That 36 of Luttrell holding strong on the inside lane as he's trying to get around the 19 of Benelli once again, but he's got a lot of pressure now from Brandon Massey on that outside as well. Heading back down here into turn number 1. Not able to do much for Massey there, but Luttrell, he was able to drive right around Benelli there in turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, great battles up front here. Luttrell looking to take the race lead now as he's going to look to the inside of the Exalta 41. He drives it in deep slide job move on the asphalt. Maybe we'll see how he exits the corner here. I would completely call out a slide job as he was slide up in front of the 41. Brandon Massey watched him make that move. Massey may look to do it as well as the 36 of Luttrell dives back to the bottom of that Toyota. He's going to pull the block as now the battle's for second.
Absolutely side by side heading down here into turn number 1. That 9 car, Brandon Massey, he will complete the pass, but here comes Marquis fighting back to the outside. Not able to do it as he got a tad loose. He'll lose momentum, and here comes Benelli shooting to the inside, heading down into turn number 3 with Brandon Wilcox right behind him.
Great battles all around the speedway right now. That one just being the one that we happen to highlight. Looking back now is battle for position between the number 8 of Ecker and let's see who the other driver is that's with them. Cliff Adams on the 80. Yep. So great.
Cliff Adams in the 80. Yeah. Sorry, Ron. Go for it.
No, you're good. Watching someone. Thought we were about to have contact shortly behind them. Might have been the 30 of Brandon Biddy and Kirby Wainscott, maybe, or the 55 of Truth Oak, but they were able to drag the brakes and sort that out. Meanwhile, up front, the action is all on the 36 of Stephen Luttrell. Brandon Massey, your second place driver. Cody Benelli still trying to hold off Brendan Wilcox and Aaron Marquis as these drivers try to sort things out. Probably about 20 laps away from pit stops, so we'll see how things play as we roll forward here. Maybe a little bit of trying to figure out where they stand at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. As we take a look here as they enter turn numbers 1 and 2 here once again, and back down this very long straightaway. You see Marquis, he's looking to make a run here on Benelli. Wilcox. Yeah, Wilcox is looking to make a run on Benelli, heading down to turn 3, but said he's just going to draft with him down into turn 3. And Marquis, he's going to be right there with Wilcox. I think he's going to possibly bounce at the same time Wilcox does on Benelli, but right now they're a little bit too separated for that, and we're gonna have to see what happens here in the turn number 1.
Yeah, it's all single file on the straightaways until they get to the corners, and then the dives and the runs come to life to try to set up that pass the best that they can.
Just take a look at that rocket ship out of that 26 of Wilcox out of turn number 2. He quickly got on the gas and around Benelli there, and the 69 of Jesse Fox back there, he is also doing the same move to Aaron Marquis on the exit turn 4, and they both will complete their personal passes as they will go single file here on the front straightaway to complete lap number 9.
Yeah, great racing so far. Lap 9 of 80 underway. 8 laps in the books. And tell you what, for being what it is, Lee Campbell didn't even have to go a lap down. Looks like he's still in the lead lap.
Yeah, Lee Campbell is back there just on the exit of turn number 2, while your leaders are just right in the middle of 3 and 4 at the moment. So he didn't really lose too much there coming out with that wheel issue, but he was able to quickly get that taken care of and back out on track.
They didn't lose any ground there trying to get things fixed. It seemed like we got enough cars here, enough racing going on. Probably slowed him down just enough for him to be able to hang with them.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm now looking back here at Sean Dunaway. He's on the inside of Kyle Hess, or was on the inside of Kyle Hess coming down through turns 1 and 2. Hess was able to pull away, but Sean Dunaway, he's looking to attack once again here in 3 and 4.
Yeah, Dunaway, the Hello Kitty machine saying, "Hello, Aaron Marquis. I am looking and knocking on your back door." Great battle
absolutely. Definitely. As they dive here into turn number 1 once again. Yeah, Sean Dunaway, he did lose a couple spots here on the start, but I think that's usually what his strategy is at these types of racetracks where that tire, saving is an absolute must. And that's something I always see out of Sean Dunaway in that 0-1 machine. He's not always the fastest. He'll drop about 3, 4, maybe 5 spots. And then right before they start getting to their pit stops, he hits that nitro switch and he starts moving back towards the front. Exactly what we're seeing now.
Yeah, he's definitely working on making those moves. Early in the going years, about an eighth of the way home, a little over eighth of the way home. So still got a ways to go. Excuse me.
Yeah, this may be a 2-mile racetrack, but I mean these guys, they're completing these laps within 40 seconds. So time flies here. Even though it's only 80 laps, you're gonna blink and we're gonna be on the last lap. So definitely a long way to go, but it'll go by fast at the same time.
Yeah, looking at the inside of the Ghost sponsored 38 machine. Looks like Patrick Millette maybe. There's a different. Yep. I have an 18 here for the. That's what it is. But yeah, he was looking to the inside, almost was able to complete the pass, and then the 38 just like shot out a cannon and left him in the dust.
Yeah, you could really tell where some of these drivers are struggling through these corners. Some of them are really good on entry, some are good through the corner, and then you have some that are just a rocket ship like Wilcox out of the corner. So, so at some point it's all going to balance themselves out. But at this point, we just got to figure out, who's got the best car where.
Right now, the best car on the racetrack has to be that 36 Toyota of Stephen Luttrell with the race lead as a quarter of a second lead over Brandon Massey in the number 9.
Yeah, Massey is slowly but surely reeling him in down to a 0.2 second separation between those two drivers. And he's slowly, inching his way to his back bumper, and using that draft here on the front straightaway is absolutely going to help his case as they will dive down into turn number 1, just about 0.1 seconds separation as he's looking to possibly try to make his move.
Yeah, he drove it down there pretty deep. He's, I'll tell you what, the 36 Toyota is fighting a tight issue off of turn number 2. And I'm not sure if it's a shared issue amongst all drivers or not, but it looked like Brandon Massey had a great line off of turn 2 and was able to keep it rolling. And the 36 got a little looser off of turn number 4, and maybe a little bit of the 9 sticking up on the back door, maybe taking the air off the back of that car.
Oh yeah, definitely taking the. That's probably one of the biggest difference between these cars and the Cup cars. As you see, Macy now looking on the inside here, on the exit of turn 2, he's looking to go ahead and drag race with Luttrell down the back straightaway. But as I was saying, that's one of the biggest difference between these cars and the Cup cars is you can still get drivers uh, arrow loose just by getting up right on their back bumper with these race cars versus the current Cup car where you can do that, but it's a little bit harder to do.
Yeah, as you have a new race leader, Brandon Massey, out front. So, what a interesting thing to see is Brandon having issues throughout the season. Good to see him back out front leading this race.
Yeah, definitely. As you see Luttrell coming, he's still staying, just within a couple car lengths from Macy. He's not really letting him pull away too far. So I don't expect that this battle here for the race lead is going to die out anytime soon. As we fall, if we could jump back just a couple cars, Aaron Marquis, he's got his hands full from Benelli in that number 19 machine at the moment.
Yeah, Benelli trying to fight forward just enough to stay in the contention for the race lead before this race is over. Still got a ways to go yet. Pit stops are coming up here in a matter of 7 to 9 laps. We'll start seeing our first round of pit stops, whether it be green flag or caution flag, depending on how the drivers handle these tire changes throughout the course of this race. Over the next 10 laps or so, will determine whether we get to stay green for those stops or not.
Yeah, Marquis and that number 41 Exalta machine is absolutely struggling at the moment as Benelli was able to drive right around him. And here comes that 0-1 now of Sean Dunaway along with Andrew Teff now on the attack to take over that 6th and 7th spot. So that's going to move Marquis down to that 8th spot now. So Marquis definitely starting to struggle with those tires. I think he probably used up a little too much tire at the start.
Yeah, unfortunately, tire were a big part of this racing, especially in the racing simulator. Being able to continue and have a good solid run to take you all the way to the end of a race is very crucial. And being able to time your pit stops to have the maximum grip throughout the race, as well as managing your fuel mileage, big key to winning these races.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more with that.
But yeah, they definitely got their work cut out for them.
He's making a move now here on the inside of Dunaway, moving Dunaway back to that 7th spot. And now he's still trying to work that inside lane, which, again, as I stated, he loves running the inside lane when it comes to these tracks where you have to save tire. I don't know how he does it, but he manages to save tires on the inside, which is just absolutely mind-blowing. So continue to see that number 98 machine continue to pick off these drivers one by one.
Yeah, like you mentioned, it's definitely intriguing to watch him drive off into the bottom of the corner and be able to save the tire and not scrub it or wear it as easily as he, I mean, it's a lot of effort to get that car down the corner like that and to be able to hold it there, maintain momentum, and complete passes.
Absolutely. As Stephen Luttrell, he's now starting to put a lot of pressure on Massey as they exit turn number 2. But here comes Brandon Wilcox in that number 26 machine. He's now right on the back bumper of your race leaders down the back straightaway as they enter turn number 3. Who's going to go where? And it looks like the 936 is going to go low, and Wilcox, he's going to stay high.
Wilcox choosing the momentum line. He's going to have to watch how much momentum he carries off the corner. He's going to run right up on the back of your race leaders as they continue to try to jockey for position. with 23 laps or 22 laps complete. 23 currently being worked as the 26 goes outside. We may have a potential 3 wide battle for the race lead down the back straightaway.
Yeah, absolutely. Wilcox got a little bit sideways out of turn number 4 that last time by. As you see, he gets onto the outside now with Luttrell, and he's going to get right to that back bumper of Macy here as they enter turn number 3. And just watch him use that momentum on the outside, but he's got to be careful not to get that car loose like he did 1 lap ago and lose that momentum. But as right now, he's looking pretty strong around that outside as he will complete the pass fully on Luttrell there coming out of 4.
Yeah, Brandon Betty to pit road on lap 22. So that's interesting development. The number 30 car, the first one to break the cycle and come to pit road under green.
Yeah, I think that might be a little bit too early there, to even think about starting pit stops. As if you're by yourself, you can run just about 25 laps before running out of fuel. You may be able to stretch it to about 27, maybe 28. So I don't know if there was something else going on with that number 30 machine, but Brandon Biddy down on pit road, still down on pit road. Oh, no, he is moving. I apologize.
Well, he still might have clipped the turn 2 wall or something. Maybe got a little bit of damage he had to get fixed. But Brandon Massey's still your race leader, and looks like Kyle Hess has made his way to pit road.
Yep. Yeah, Kyle Hess, he did come down pit road. But I think he possibly had a little bit of trouble. Let me come back here and take a look.
Race leader's to pit road.
Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure why it was showing that Kyle Hess had some issues getting on pit road, but he came down pit road just fine. As you did state, Macy and Wilcox down on pit road along with Jonathan Stidham. So those 3 drivers down on pit road. And how long are you going to wait to come down pit road?
Well, there we go. Looks like Brandon Massey will be. Oh, actually, take it back. That is the 26 of Brendan Wilcox, who's first off of pit road in that battle between him and Brandon Massey. So potential lead change when it comes around is Andrew Tupp right now being scored as your race leader with a 1.12 second gap over Hello Kitty's Sean Dunaway.
Yeah, I'm looking here. So far, we have 6 drivers who have not come down yet. Andrew Teff, Dunaway, Kane, Ecker, Adams, and Wayne Scott. I imagine these guys are going to have to come down here within the next lap or 2. As you see, all the drivers except one come down pit road. And that's going to be Curtis Ecker, who's... Oh, yeah, he did come down. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, he's swung in late.
Yeah, definitely swung in very, very late there. As right now, I'm showing that Kirby Wayne Scott in that 10. There he goes. He's coming down pit road, and that's going to turn your race lead over to Brendan Wilcox and Stephen Luttrell, who are coming down into turn number 3 and 4 at this moment. So that's just...
A Valvoline Chevy Camaro 26. Brendan Wilcox will inherit the race lead right now. He works his way around the 98 of Andrew Tuff who is on the apron. Lap 28 of 80 underway, 27 complete, 53 laps remain.
do you got a copy on me, Ron?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, somehow I looked down, my mic was muted. I'm not exactly sure what happened there.
It's hard to tell sometimes. Technical difficulty in the booth.
That is absolutely true.
I know what
As
happened.
we. Oh, yeah, what happened?
One of Sean Dunaway's many cats are working into the broadcast booth.
Yeah, that probably.
I don't think we have any mice up here. I told Andrew to get the crumbs out of here.
Oh,
What
big
a
slide out of Wilcox.
man! Yeah, I saw that too. What a save! That was loose. I bet you he was grabbed the vice, grabbed the clamp, and flipped his butt back in the seat after that one.
I know I did, and I'm not even driving.
It caught me busted. It caught me off guard. Man, that did not just happen. Sure did.
What an incredible save there by Brendan Wilcox. And Stephen Luttrell, he actually did not gain very much on that slide either. So Brendan Wilcox was sliding, but he was still going real fast.
He was sliding forward.
Yes.
I'll tell you what. I know it's snowing here, but apparently Brendan Wilcox has a set of skates on that car.
That is very true.
Either a set of ice skates or furniture movers, one or the other.
Yeah, I want to jump back here to write about Aaron Marquis, Jesse Fox, and company. We got about 6 cars here that are getting ready to duke it out to take over that 6th spot from Cody Benelli in that 19 machine. We're just going to have to wait to see who's going to start making moves first. And as I say that, Dennis Kane, he's looking to get on the inside of Jesse Fox on the through turns 1 and 2, not able to do it. So they will go ahead and single file themselves out as Sean Dunaway, he's making his way around Joshua Neal in that 82 machine.
Yeah, great battles here. Sean Dunaway got around Joshua Neal. And Cliff Adams got around Brandon Honeycutt as well. That's on further back in 15th, 16th position as they're trying to all get caught back up after that green flag set of stops. Trying to make up some ground on your race leaders as Brendan Wilcox still trying to stretch it out to get a half a second lead. Almost a 3/4 second lead over Stephen Luttrell in the 36. So if this thing stays green, Brendan Wilcox is looking pretty strong in that Valvoline Chevy Camaro.
Yeah, I just watched that time go from like 0.600 all the way up to almost a 0.8 second difference. So Wilcox, he's definitely got the right gear, and he's still pulling away from everybody else as Luttrell's having trouble keeping pace.
Yeah, the problem is we've been watching the 26 push his car to the limit, and we know that he's burning the rubber, the Goodyear rubber off of that machine. We've seen quite a few loose spells out of it here recently, and they continue here throughout the race at Michigan.
Yeah, definitely really good racing here. As I'm watching Benelli, he almost goes up into the wall. He had to get off the gas so that he didn't get too far up, but he's lost that group of 5 directly in front of him. As Jesse Fox, he's looking to make a move on Aaron Marquis, but here comes Dennis Kane instead, fighting to the inside of Marquis, and he's going to overtake that 69 and Dennis Kane. I'm sorry, Aaron Marquis. He's almost had him cleared, but as you guys see here, he was able to fight back.
Yeah, pretty tight battles there as they were able to fight back here, and you know, there's not a whole lot of thanks and a whole lot of giving going on here. I mentioned earlier, happy Thanksgiving week to everybody. As this is our Thanksgiving Day race, at least for me anyway. So, oh man, a little door shot there. Aaron Marquis to Sean Dunaway. I don't think the Hello Kitty was involved in that.
Yeah, a little bit of door banging action going on, trying to use a little bit of side draft and everything else, but not much that these drivers can do at the moment. As you see, Jesse Fox, he's making a run on the inside of Marquis. And Dunaway, he will go down, block Fox, as Fox will clear Marquis out of turn number 4. and we're going to see what Jesse Fox can do, which is nothing at the moment. But here comes Joshua Neal now starting to make some noise.
Yeah, great battles going on through. Joshua Neal starting to make some noise, like you said. Up front, still Brendan Wilcox by almost three quarters. But yeah, that gap's kind of decreased a little bit. Stephen Luttrell run him into point. There's about a little over a half a second gap now. As Andrew Tuff now trying to work on that as well.
Yeah, Andrew Tefton, Steve, Stephen Luttrell, they're working hard to try to get back to that back bumper of Wilcox, but they have gained just about a half a second that last lap. So they're doing something a little different back there in that second and third spot to try to get a run on Wilcox, as they are just right about that 0.7 seconds back.
Yeah, still all the battles on the racetrack still happening back around the 8th to the 14th position. All these drivers may be single file right now as they try different lanes, working to the center of the corner, seeing who can best each other to make their way towards Brendan Wilcox's pole or lead right now. But still, it looks like we got a driver challenge over the inside. That is Benelli. He's running the injured tough line around the racetrack, seeing if he can make something happen as he goes back up into traffic now, down in the front straightaway.
Everything's pretty much seen themselves single filed out, but we still got a couple of people fighting back here. Hoke and Benelli, they are duking out, and Benelli's continuing to fall back. And now here comes Curtis in that number 8 machine. He's going to look onto the inside of I can't believe I just drew a blank there.
Very
Oh
common. It
man, that was
happens.
great.
It happens. Let's see.
Oh, that was
Curtis
great.
Ecker in the 8. It happens. It's one of those things. We'll always do it. We'll be going along, and all of a sudden, just poof, brain takes a break. Kyle Hess moves into P6. Andrew Tepp to the race lead in the 98. Where and what happened? Brendan Wilcox, did he get loose? He's falling all the way to 4th.
Yeah, I mean that's very possible. Let me go back, take a look.
And that must have been a huge bobble for the 26.
So that lap, yeah. So, oh yeah, Wilcox got mega loose out of turn number 2. I don't know how he saved it, but that's what originally brought Teft and Luttrell and Macy, for that matter, back to his back bumper. Um, but he's definitely taking it a lot more easier now as that car got sideways 2 corners in a row. So I think he's definitely going slower now to pray that they're going to come down for tires soon.
Yeah, they're definitely be coming down here, I believe, probably pretty shortly for tires and another round of fuel coming up here momentarily. 25, probably around lap 51, so probably about 8-9 laps from now.
Teft is now starting to slowly put some distance between himself and Luttrell in that 36 machine. And Macy, he's coming on strong heading down this back straightaway. He's looking to make a move in turns 3 and 4 here, possibly on the exit.
Yeah, it looks like Millette, the 18, down pit road once again. Was the first driver to come down. So he's going to play that game again. As you know, up to this lap, up to him coming to pit road, everybody was on the lead lap. So as we go through pit cycles again, we'll have to see if that cycles back around. If Millette can get back on the lead lap, he is the last driver in the field right now, currently. So let's see if Patrick Millette get back on the lead lap.
Yeah, they're just a little bit just a little bit under halfway with 36, maybe 35 laps to go. I'm just not sure if he can make it the rest of the way on fuel from what I'm understanding from practice earlier.
Hmm.
As we see that battle back between Brandon Wilcox and Luttrell starting to heat up a little bit. Wilcox around the outside of Luttrell. He's able to complete the pass in the middle of turns 1 and 2. But as of right now, everything's relaxing at the moment.
Yeah, Steven Latrell hanging on to that third or fourth spot right now. Aaron Marquis in the 8th position. Brendan Honeycutt back in 12th. And that number 13 Pals sponsored ride. Bounce around a little bit here, seeing where some of these guys are. Biggest mover of the race so far, up 6 spots. Cliff Adams from 16th to 10th. A lot of drivers close to breaking that breaking that rhythm a little bit there. Joshua Neal up to 9th from the 15th starting spot, so he's up 5 spots. So there's a lot of different things going on throughout the field here. However, fastest lap of the race, Patrick Millette, 38.602. And he's all the way back in that 23rd position right now. Is still waiting for more drivers to make that pit cycle. So Millette early pitted there. Maybe 2 early pits. Maybe get a. I don't see that working out for him too well when we get close to the end of this one. But we're definitely going to find out.
Yeah, I definitely don't think that was the absolute right call there by coming in this early. But, again, as us up here in the booth and we don't really have access to these driver channels, we're not exactly sure what's going on with their race cars. So, I mean, for all we know is he's got some tire damage somewhere. I'm sorry, tire fenders damage somewhere. And he had to come down pit road possibly to get it fixed.
Could have wheel damage, yeah. Very likely. I don't believe. I don't have that option check marked here. I was looking to see if I had the fast repair on the list here, but I do not.
This battle back here between Ecker and Adams has really heated up as Hess has brought his machine down pit road as Ecker and Cliff Adams continue to run side by side.
I actually do not have that column selected. Weird. Nope. I have the option now. Could have sworn that there was a option in this list for it, but I guess I stand corrected now. I used to be able to tell if they used it or not, but I'm not here. So weird. All right. So still fastest lap belongs to Patrick Willett. He is slowly working his way back towards getting his lap back as we await these other drivers to make pit stops here with 31 laps remaining.
Yeah, definitely. These drivers are starting to turn up the pressure back here. As we move a little bit back actually to our race leader, Brandon Massey. He's now right on that back bumper of Andrew Teft and Brandon Wilcox. He's just a little bit far behind these guys, but this race battle here for the race lead is definitely turning into something.
The battle for the race lead still up for grabs as the driver is duking it out here on lap 51 with 30 laps remaining. 42 comes down pit road. That is Stidham, Jonathan Stidham. So with that being said, we get through the pit stops here. We'll take a commercial break, and then we'll roll with through the rest of the event. So we'll see once these pit stops complete and we get things sorted out. We'll get a sense of direction here of where everybody's at, and then we'll take our brief break and come back to the finish.
Absolutely.
Andrew Tuff still with the race lead, strong now, with a 5-second lead over the 0-1 of Sean Dunaway.
Yeah, Sean Dunaway definitely starting to make noises up here in the top 5 for sure, but he's got a guy right behind him, Dennis Kane, in that Ford Mustang, right on his tailgate. He's not letting those kiddies get away from him that easily, as he's looking to just drive right by him in turns 1 and 2 here, just as he does. And he will start to pull away from Sean Dunaway now, and here comes Aaron Marquis. He's looking to do the same.
Yeah, Dennis Kane making his presence known in that number 4 as he rolls away from the Kitten Detention Center. I mean, rolls away from Sean Dunaway. I gotta stop picking on him. I'm gonna get myself in trouble. I'm gonna get sent to the Racers Elite Network hauler to speak with Andrew Tuff, who's currently your race leader, with Sean Dunaway in third. What's up?
Well, one thing about Sean Dunaway in that Hello Kitty paint scheme, and I know I say it every single race, but I heard he put it on as a joke. But man, let me tell you what, the performance that he has gotten with it, that's why it's still on that race car right there.
Yeah, hopefully the performance continues to roll in that direction, and he doesn't become easy, boys. Hit the brakes. Dennis Kane avoids catastrophe with the 28, which is a lap car of Barry Nelson getting to pit road. Very close call as Cliff Adams takes over the race lead. Andrew Tuff, Dennis Kane, Sean Dunaway, Stephen Luttrell, Curtis Eckert, and Barry Nelson to pit road.
Man, I thought all of those drivers just got a penalty, but they were able to get their cars mowed down just in time.
I get more done was it too bad. I thought we were about to have a collision on pit entrance. Wild entry coming down there.
Yeah, Andrew Tuff, he's down and out. Let's see. Kane and Dunaway, they're out. Ecker is out. Brandon Honeycutt, he's now flying around the outside of these drivers here in that number 13 machine, heading down the back straightaway.
Yeah, Cliff Adams on pit road now. Kyle Hess in the 86 will be looking to inherit the race lead as he works his way down the back straight off turn number 4 down the front stretch now to the line. And Kyle Hess will inherit the race lead. And Cliff Adams will fall to position number 7 currently. Make that 6, now 7. And 8th as he rolls off of pit road down the back stretch.
Yeah, if what Andrew Tuff told us is, these guys could go just about 27 laps. Oh, Hess, hold on to it. These guys could go just about 27 laps, and that's just about how much gas Kyle Hess has. So he's going to have to play a lot of fuel management if he wants to see the end of this race.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing here, fuel management right now with that mileage going down. But we're going to find out. 24 laps remain in today's race. It's Kyle Hess, Brandon Wilcox, Brandon Massey, Patrick Millette, and Andrew Tuff going to get your top 5 as we get closer to the end of this one.
Yeah, that 26 of Brandon Wilcox, he's holding strong, but here comes that Andrew Tuff just flying around these cars like they're standing still. That right there just shows you what 3-lap difference tires does here at Michigan. But we also need to wonder how hard is Andrew Tuff pushing at the moment, and is he burning up his stuff for when he gets to Kyle Hess? will he still have enough tire left to do anything with Hess?
We're going to find out the closer we get to the end of this event here. 23 laps to go. We're going to take a brief break here as Andrew Tuck makes his way forward. He's going to have to run down Kyle Hess now, who is still a 2-second gap in front of him. So we'll be back in just a moment to bring you to the end of this one.
Racers that win, pour it in, and we appreciate you.
iRacing.com online sim racing broadcasting is provided by multiple companies. How many of them are commercial and how many are private? Well, we here at Hardy Sports TV are a private entity. We can compete with the best of the market offering 100% content ownage. What does that mean for you? From the grassroots of dirt ovals and rallycross, as well as asphalt oval and on and off-road course racing, we can cover it all at affordable prices. Don't sim race but would like to support our channels? Not a problem. Message the page today and ask about our sponsor packages. Check us out on your choice of streaming platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. We simulcast to all three. We hope to represent your business or schedule a series or special event with you soon.
Slick Wash is specially designed for power sport and motorsport vehicles that encounter heavy dirt and mud, and formulated to clean surfaces without stripping the lubrication from bearings or pivot points. Slick Wash is a biodegradable, non-corrosive cleaning solution designed specifically to remove heavy dirt and mud from surfaces. Each bottle contains 32 ounces of super concentrated liquid solution, which can easily be mixed with water to make up 4 gallons of wash. Each bottle of Slick Wash is made and packaged in the USA. Slick Wash is a non-corrosive formula, making it safe for use on paint, plastic, and metal surfaces, and easily rinses away without leaving a sticky residue. Using Slick Wash is a quick and easy 3-step process. Begin by mixing 8 ounces of concentrate with 1 gallon of water. Using a pump sprayer applicator saves time when applying and also reduces waste. Apply Slick Wash to the entire vehicle, saturating any dirty or muddy areas, and agitate using the Slick Scrub brush. For best results, keep it moist and let it soak for 3 to 5 minutes. Rinse the vehicle with water using a pressurized nozzle and dry with a slick microfiber towel. Slick Wash always offers a safe and easy cleaning experience for powersport and motorsport vehicles. If you have any questions about our Slick Wash, please refer to the support tab on our website where you can easily contact the Slick team.
Alrighty, back live here. 16 laps to go. Drivers short pitting here, trying to make it to the end. Andrew Tuft has taken the race lead from Brendan Wilcox not long ago, but he blew the doors off of him when he got to him and has stretched it out to a 5.2 second advantage with 16 laps to go. I'm starting to wonder if Andrew Tuft is thinking about a stop and what do they call that? A gas and go on pit road before this is over, or if he thinks he's going to have enough to make it to the end. He was pushing pretty hard there, Mike.
Yeah, I am actually looking at the last time he came in, which was lap 54. So he was saying these guys can go just about 25 to 27 laps. So that's going to be pushing it if anything. But I don't think he's going to be able to make it. I think he's going to have to come back down pit road unless he's got some magic juice in that number 98 machine. I don't think he's going to make it.
Well, with a 5-second advantage, I would be trying to clutch that car as best as I can now to try to make it to the end of this with while he's got the chance.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with that 1,000%. As he does have a 5.5-second lead over Brendan Wilcox. He came down back on lap 51, so he's even got further that he's going to need to go on, on this fuel run. I can't see him making it the rest of the way.
No, I mean, we've seen people save fuel before, but that's quite the stretch, even for Andrew Teft. I mean, he's got a almost 6-second advantage. It's 5 3/4 now, almost 6 seconds over Brendan Wilcox. He's going to have to start figuring out how to slow that down now. As Sean Dunaway seems to have turned up the heat in the 01 Hello Kitty Chevrolet as he makes a move around the 26 of Brendan Wilcox. Does he have enough fuel to make it? That is the question.
Yeah, as these guys are fuel saving along as we go, with what they can tell inside their race cars, they got the telemetry in there to tell them, how many laps they are to the good. So it's going to be very interesting to see, if they're able to save enough. And what it boils down to is, I don't know if they can.
Yeah, as far as fuel saving goes, I know you can save some. I don't know if that's enough.
I was saying the same thing that number, what is it, 18, Patrick Millett, he just comes sliding through turns 3 and 4.
So Patrick Millett.
Patrick Millett, he's just dicing at this moment, doing everything he can to get his laps back. And now he's got to go just about 5 seconds to catch up to Andrew Teft. That's going to be a very tall order. I'm sorry, 6 seconds. That's going to be a very tall order for him. And not to use up too much of his tires as we will only have 10 to go this time. As I saw one car to get extremely loose there on the exit of turn 2. Who was that?
I don't know. Crash's bill wasn't. Didn't get back to it. Maybe it might have been Wayne Scott. If you're looking around Millette. Andrew Tuft's still stretching that lead out a little over 6 seconds now. Sean Dunaway's second still in the 01 has not been able to reel in Andrew Tuft yet. Depending on how he cut in third. Good.
It's going to be very, very interesting, as we continue to wind these laps down. Ron, I don't know if they can make it all the way. I don't think they can.
I don't think Andrew can. I don't think anybody really can.
One thing about Andrew Teft, though, is he thrives at these kind of races. So I'm over here saying I don't think he can, but he's in there going, Mike, watch me.
Yeah, I don't know. Andrew Tuft's still leading here at lap 71 with 9 laps to go.
Yeah, Dunaway, he's not closing in either. He's gotten himself just under 6 seconds, but he's not closing in at all with that close rate, I should say. So, it's definitely going to be very interesting here to see how this is all going to play out.
5.9 seconds. The gap's closed. I think Andrew may be trying to save some fuel now, but he's probably starting to feel like he's not quite going to make it. I'm not sure.
I'm going to jump on board with him.
He's definitely trying to manage that fuel mileage a little bit now.
Definitely.
Seems like he's rolling the throttle a little bit more in the corners.
See, but I don't hear him clutching.
Not clutching,
So-
but it seems like he's lowering his speed a little bit.
Yeah. Now, the gap is now down to 5.7, so Dunaway, he's slowly gaining here on Andrew Teft, but I don't believe he's going to have enough to catch him here in the closing 5 laps.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to see how that plays out for him. I don't think he's going to catch him, but I don't know. 5 laps to go. Now he's not, I mean, Andrew's not really trying to save a whole lot. He's still only around about 7 grand to the corner, so I think he's just watching the interval and trying to stay out there just enough to get ahead, stay ahead of him.
Yeah, that's possible. And I mean, if he is going to have to come in, you know, just for that splash, you know, he only wants to take the bare minimum, so he's probably going to try to possibly run this thing dry, you know, if he needs to. But, man, I don't know. Honeycutt, he has actually reeled in Dunaway there, and they got just about 3 to 4 car length difference in between those two, so we may have a battle here for second in our closing laps of this race.
Yeah, 4 laps to go. It's hard to tell just what's going to prevail here. Tuff's leading. Dunaway's 5.42 seconds. Brendan Wilcox is back on pit road in the 26th, so he's going to relinquish positions as he was 3rd. Or no, that was Brendan Honeycutt. I should say he was 14th now, but I don't know. We'll see. I mean, that early pit may save him some spots here. We'll see how it plays out with the 3 laps to go. I don't see a lot of people diving for pit roads, so we're going to find out.
Yeah, right now everybody's got their eyes on Andrew Teft in that number 98 Racers Elite Ford Mustang as he continues to roll through these corners, and Dunaway and Honeycutt, they have now gotten down to just about 5 seconds behind him. As we go through here for the final lap, we're about to see who can make it, who cannot.
Yeah, we're going to find out with 2 to go here is Andrew Teft running turn 4 to the tri-oval. He's still under power with the white flag in the air here at Michigan. It doesn't look to be that he's going to lift anytime soon.
No. I am currently riding on board with Teft, and he's still running just nice and easy here.
So a little bit of fuel mileage looks like it may pay off.
It is going to pay off.
Andrew Teft across the tri-oval to the start-finish line will pick up the race win. checkered flag in the hand. Barney is waving it loud, proud, and strong.
Brandon Honeycutt in that number 13 machine, he ran out of fuel coming to the line, and that allowed Aaron Marquis and Cliff Adams both to get in front, pushing Brandon Honeycutt back to the 5th spot. So Marquis and Adams, they will get 3rd and 4th, with Sean Dunaway coming home in 2nd. And now the question is, how much fuel does Teft have to do a burnout? I think he's probably going to do it for about 5 seconds, then he's done.
Say Brandon Massey, I think, ran out of fuel coming across the line as well. He ended up finishing back in the 13th position. So we'll take a look at our full field race rundown. Andrew Tefft, your race winner, of course. Sean Dunaway comes home 2nd. Aaron Marquis 3rd. Cliff Adams comes home 4th. Brandon Honeycutt 5th. Dennis Kane 6th. Stephen Luttrell in 7th. 8th is Curtis Ecker. 9th, Cody Benelli. 10th is Truth Hope. 11th, Joshua Neal. 12th, Jesse Fox. 13th is Brandon Massey. 14th, Kyle Hess. Coming home 15th, Troy Thomas. 16th is Lee Campbell. 17th, Brendan Wilcox. 18th is Patrick Millette. 19th is Timothy Wisebrand. 20th, Kirby Wainscott. 21st, Barry Nelson. 22nd, Brandon Biddy. And 23rd, Jonathan Stidham rounds out your field. So a great 80 laps here at the Michigan National Speedway with Andrew Tefft, your race winner. We'll speak with your top 3 here in just a moment. It'll be Aaron Marquis first to the booth. There's what I was looking for. Let's find Aaron down here. Oh, he moved up here. All right, here you go, Mike. I'll send you down with Aaron. Aaron Marquis, Ron Piles, and Mike Taylor here in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, I do.
Man, what a race there for you. He started in the 2nd spot, a great runner-up qualifying effort, and unfortunately, 1 spot shy of where you started. But a stellar podium for you here at Michigan. How was the ride for the Exalta 41 here today?
Yeah, it was the interesting race. I thought I had a lot of speed going into it, starting 2nd, and then I kind of just fell off in that first stint. And then I knew I had to save after the first pit stop because I wasn't going to make it. And luckily I did, and I pitted, I think it was lap 53 going into lap 54, and I just conserved the rest of the way, and somehow I got the 3rd spot after Honeycutt ran out of gas, and yeah.
Okay, Aaron. Mike, you got anything for Aaron here up here in the booth?
I do not, but just what an incredible run for you here today at Michigan. That car was wicked fast all day, and glad to see that you were able to sneak out that top 3 coming to the line, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much.
All right. Anybody like to help you pick up a podium finish here tonight at the Michigan National Speedway?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Andrew for putting this on, you guys for in the booth, teammates for helping me, and always my wife. And I think we're good there.
All right, congratulations, Aaron, and hopefully some more podiums coming up here in the future.
Yes.
And also, happy Thanksgiving, brother.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to you guys.
All right, Aaron Markey picking up the 3rd place finish. We'll talk with Sean Dunaway, who ends up with the 2nd position in the Hello Kitty 01. No Kitties playing havoc today, Mike. I believe you're down there with Sean in 2nd place.
Yeah, Sean, this mic up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yep, I got you.
Sean, once again, you do it in that number 01 Hello Kitty machine. As always, you just chillax the first part of the race. Then, as always, you come back fighting strong at the end. And today, just Teft got a little bit better of the field today, getting out to 5 seconds ahead of everybody. But man, how fast was that Hello Kitty's 01 today?
Yeah, for sure. Messed up my first pit, I think it was. Yeah. Slid the box, had to put it in reverse. I'm using a H pattern shifter, so it's a little harder to get it into reverse. So, definitely lost a couple seconds there. Probably the seconds that I needed to be competitive for that P1 there. So that was unfortunate. But yeah, felt like I wasn't going to be able to catch up for a while. I was kind of lingering in like P8, P9 at one point, and it just kind of felt, a little sluggish. But luckily, my pace did end up picking up with that long run, and yeah, was luckily able to drive it up to P2 there.
Yeah, with that P2 finish today here at Michigan, that did throw you on top of the standings by just 1 point over Stephen Luttrell. What kind of momentum does this continue to help for you as these races continue to go on by for this season?
Yeah, for sure. We I want to get some more race wins, that's for sure. It's we're not going to stop. And hopefully, we had the zero caution race today, and hopefully we can keep that up for the next couple of weeks coming up here, and we can get that long run speed again here.
If you're talking, Mike, check your button again.
Yep, I see it. Yeah, just what an incredible run all around for you today, Sean. Just um, I'm gonna turn it back over to Ron, and you have yourself a good Thanksgiving, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
I guess Sean, great runner-up finish there from the fifth position all the way to second after 80 laps of battle, and it wasn't a very easy 80 laps. So we saw some door checking going on. I believe you and Aaron Marquis shared um, a little bit of vinyl there, if you will, as you guys duked off position a few times to come up to the runner-up spot.
Yeah, for sure. I felt like at one point he did pinch me down on the straight. I think it was coming into turn two there, but luckily I was able to get around him. Yeah, uh, just had to be patient. I know Michigan is, that long run sort of track, so just be patient around people, and it will come to you at the end there.
Okay, it was definitely a great run for you. Anybody to thank, help you pick up a runner-up finisher tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I'd like to thank my wife, my mom and stepdad for always watching, and then my cats for always trying to ruin my race here.
Well, Mike had that issue twice tonight with his mute button, so I think your cats are trying to sabotage him in the broadcast booth. But man, a great Thanksgiving to you and your family, and hopefully we will chat with you soon here in the booth again.
Yep, thanks guys.
Alrighty, Sean Dunaway off to celebrate his runner-up finish in his Thanksgiving with his family, as we now look for a very excited race winner. Maybe Andrew Tuft joining us here in the booth. Andrew, congratulations on the race win. Fast time in practice and looked to have something set up there in qualifying. Was not able to get that done completely, but man, a great win to cap off the Xfinity Series week here before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, thanks. I think I might have missed the start of your question, but yeah,
Oh, no, you're fine.
great race all around. Green flag all the way, no yellows. So a lot of fun racing these guys out there. Can't really ask for more.
Yeah, it was a great race all around, and what a drive you had to get the race lead. There to almost a little over 6 second advantage at one point in time before this race came to a close.
Yeah, I knew fuel was going to be close going into it. You needed to run 27 laps, two of the runs, and 26 the other, and decided I was going to do my saving early so I could race at the end. And was just kind of hoping a yellow didn't come out, and I wasn't giving up the spots for nothing. And lo and behold, one didn't come out, and I believe I was able to do 27 the first run with the pace lap, and then 27 again, then just 26 the final one. I was able to just drive as fast as I wanted to at that point. But yeah, I think a lot of these guys were running higher in 1 and 2 than I was. I was kind of just cutting the distance real short in 1 and 2, and it was pretty grippy down there too, pretty quick. So I think that's probably what helped the most, just keeping the track short.
Thank you. Thanks to you for having us aboard and hosting this and allowing us to be part of this great um, series you got going on here. And Mike, you got anything for Andrew on tonight's race?
Not just once again that number 98 machine was just wicked fast, and I'm looking here at the driver standings. Um, you're slowly starting to make your way back up towards the front. You moved up to that fifth spot with today's win. So, what are your thoughts? Heading into the rest of the season, and do you have what it takes to clinch this championship as well?
Well, glad to be locked in. Had a little bit of a rough start to this season. We had Talladega right off the bat. I think I crashed in the last lap and had a little bit of a hole, and then just a couple other dumb things happening throughout the season. But don't got to worry about being locked in at this point. It's all about the bonus points for chase time. So this is an extra 3 points when we hit the chase period, and that's what I'll be chasing from here on out.
Yeah, definitely. Those points are definitely going to help you out. Before we let you go today, is there anybody that you would like to thank?
Yeah, I want to thank you guys for helping out in the booth, our servicemen and women. Um, Thoughts and prayers to families of those involved with the shooting in DC today. And want to thank my team, friends, family. And if you're interested in checking us out, just head on over to racerselite.com. We can find all of our info there, schedules, standings, Discord invites. And if you don't mind doing us a favor, hit that subscribe button on our YouTube channel homepage, and it'll help you stay informed of future shows.
Alrighty, thank you so much, Andrew. You have yourself a happy Thanksgiving, and man, thank you for allowing us to do what we love doing up here. And we'll talk to you later on this week.
Yeah, thanks, fellas. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And if you got the time, tune back in tomorrow night. We're going to start a little bit later tomorrow night because of Thanksgiving, but for anybody that can make it, we're going to have a next gen Talladega race at 8:15 p.m. Eastern time. A little 75 lapper. Should be a good time.
Definitely looking forward to that. Thank you, Andrew. And like I said, we'll see you a little bit later on this week.
Thanks, guys.
Alrighty, Andrew Tubb picking up the race win. Well, happy Thanksgiving, Mike, and to all the viewers out there on the Racers Elite Network. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll look forward to seeing you here. Remember to check back. Sure, there'll be a broadcast tomorrow. If not, I lied to you, and I apologize for that. But I know Andrew does his best to try to get these out there. So hopefully, we'll be able to tune in and check out the Racers Elite Network non-pointsy event probably tomorrow, being Thanksgiving Day. So, and for all the guys that are hunting in my home state, if you're tuning in from West Virginia, good luck, and hopefully you're having a decent time in the woods. And we'll see you next time here on Racers Elite Network.